Good morning, everybody. Trying to adjust that there. Got my Johnny Scab shirt on. The newest Johnny Scab shirt that I've got. Him sitting at the desk and stuff. Welcome to the channel. Great Cloudy Day. I'm Great Cloud. Sage of the Eternal Moment. And I'm going to read a little bit from Living in the Life of Awareness. The daily meditation on the Toltec path. I'm also going to read to you Jesus Calling today. We're going to do a 2-in-1. I'm going to try to knock this out. I'm not trying to make this video too long here. I appreciate everybody watching. This particular reading that I picked out today is one called Finding the Origin of Your Self-Judgments. Every time we live up to our self-imposed conditions, our own measurements of success, our internal judge says things like, "You have failed," or "You are not worthy." Other individuals who have a need to impose conditions upon us reinforce these judgments. The result of agreeing with them is that we deny ourselves unconditional self-love. With awareness, we realize that these judgments only have strength because we allow them to by believing them. We allow certain things to have power over us because we believe in it, or we believe it so hard, The good news is that it only requires a single step to begin to break free. As soon as we begin to question our beliefs, the walls of support that uphold our judgments begin to collapse. And if you'll remember a few weeks ago, Great Cloud was telling you that I was questioning myself quite a bit. I had to do that, and I've done that a number of different times throughout the years, especially since I became Great Cloud, because every so often something creeps in and wants me to judge that maybe I'm, crazy or something. Maybe I didn't hear or wasn't told what I thought I was told back years ago when it was revealed to me that I am Great Cloud. I am Cloud. I'm the Great Cloud. Anyway, not that that really matters. But the practice for this particular reading is ask yourself, where do my self-judgments come from? Why am I being so harsh with myself? Why would I choose to agree with someone else's subjugation of me? Remember today that you are a perfect creation of the universe, and there is no one else in the world exactly like you. Love yourself exactly as you are. Now, I know some people will have some misinterpretation of that whole "you're a perfect creation of the universe." Well, you are made exactly how you're supposed to be made, with all the good and the bad, and that's part of life. And of course, if you don't believe in a creator, then somebody asked that question on X yesterday as a poll, or a A and B question. Do you believe in God? I just said, I know God, or what, that's how I answered it. Probably should have said, I know the big kahuna, but I just didn't say yes or no. I said, I know him. I don't believe, I know something that I can't prove to anyone. And I know that the God isn't the name. It's not the name. Truthfully, what God is doesn't have a name. You can believe it does, and you can give it a name. You can give him a name. However, anyway, I'm just trying to share a little bit of openness, a little bit of where I'm at, what I view, and how I view. Okay, here we go. August 2nd, and this is the Jesus Calling. Of course, I am reading from a Christian type devotional, which plenty of so-called Christians have came into my comments and said that this was New Age and it is not biblical. Well, okay, I've said that millions of times and talked about it. I'm just stating that I like it. It speaks to me. And no, I'm not reading it every single day to you guys, but I am at least going through it for myself or the Jesus Always, along with multiple other things. So, but I do understand some people, the main thing that they watch here is for this. So I'm trying to accommodate a little bit. You know, like the Spirit moved me to start shifting to do the videos the way I'm doing it. And some people are just not going to like it. Because some people, just like me, I like things to be how you get used to it. But for me, and the Spirit knows this, I need to mix things up. I need it to be more eclectic, more eccentric. I have a wide variety of spiritual understandings or philosophies that I've read in my life. I have a wide variety of just different interests. Anywhere from music to poetry to spirituality to God Himself to Christ to living a life of awareness and trying to live and practice the 4 and 5 agreements. And I can apply all that and work it in together in a way that it works. So I say do what works for you, you know? Not everything that someone else does and it works for them is necessarily going to work for you. Okay, the reading is, bring me the sacrifice of your time, a most precious commodity in this action. Wait. Bring me the sacrifice of your time, a most precious commodity. In this action-addicted world, few of my children take time to sit quietly in my presence. But for those who do, blessings flow like streams of living water. I, the one from whom all blessings flow, am also blessed by our time together. This is a deep mystery. Do not try to fathom it. Instead, glorify me by delighting in me. Enjoy me now and forever. Now, I didn't pull these up, like I didn't mark these in the scripture of my Bible. I have multiple different types of Bibles laying around here, but I have one that is big and the one that I usually use. But I'm going to give these to you for you to look up if you want to. Psalm 21 verse 6, John 7 37 through 38, Psalm 103 verse 11, Psalm 34 verse 3. And so I'm just trying to, I'm really not trying to, I'm just trying to get myself in gear today. Hopefully the plan sticks to the plan, as far as we discussed the other day I discussed with my neighbor Betty the other day about I was trying to go to do clothes today at the laundromat. Now, she's had a long past couple of days running around with another friend that won't take no for the answer, and stuff like that. So yesterday she had been gone big part of the day, and then she was gone like that afternoon because somebody was like wanting her to go with them to do something or whatever. And you know, Betty's a good person. She's always tries to come through for people when they do need her, or when they just want her to be by her, whether that be like somebody that we know that, like I said, a lot of times they want her to ride with them to go do whatever it is they're doing, so they're not by themselves and stuff. So, and I understand that. In other words, if today, when we just when I talk to her here in a few hours, if there's something that's keeping us from being able to do that, I'll just figure out what else I need to do. But that's the main thing I'm wanting to do today, as far as responsibilities, other than doing some things with this channel. And if anyway, I might do a live stream. I'm gonna take a walk here in just a second after I finish this video and start uploading. And then I'm going to probably take my first walk. I hadn't walked yet. It's still, I think, before 7 o'clock right now. So, or right at 7. So, go try to walk. Might try to use this gimbal while I'm walking and see My friend told me that it does actually look a little better compared to some of the videos that they were watching between yesterday and today of some people in Japan walking around with just a normal selfie stick. And they said just like a regular selfie stick, and the people were using, it was all jagged and jumpy. And the whole idea of this thing that I'm using, and I have this phone sitting in, is that when you're moving, once you learn it, you know, it will keep the phone stable, and it shouldn't be all. And it's only been since Tuesday or Monday that I've had this device, so it's gonna take old Gray Cloud a little bit longer probably to get the whole hang of it. But until next time, I really appreciate every one of you, and keep everybody in good thought. Send prayers if you believe in that. You know, people can maybe not believe, but you can still pray for them if you believe in prayer. Like most of the praying I do is not really asking or conventional prayer. It's just, I just talk like I talk to you guys. That's how I talk with the Creator. And the Creator speaks back in many different ways. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. It's not always in the way that you might assume. Like when you say, if someone says, God spoke to me, they might not be meaning in actual words. And they might not have heard a voice. Sometimes if you pay attention to things around you, if you listen to what other people are saying, sometimes things are coming through other people. Sometimes things are coming through the animals around us. Sometimes you just happen to see the breeze blow the trees a certain way, and you know that that's the Spirit moving, or the Spirit's trying to show you something. Or my eyes are opening more and more every day, and I'm very appreciative of that. I think, and I've got, I don't believe in luck or jinxes, but you know, the fact, if I tell you how I've got about 3 weeks and 1 day now since that last week that I went off the wagon for 3 or 4 days and was in a bad state of mind. Now, of course, I was dealing with a lot of stupid pain and stuff. You can see my arm has been doing better since that shot, and hopefully I can proceed to keep doing what I'm doing, and it keeps getting better. So, until, like I already said it, I guess, but until next time, Cloud here, Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. Ditto.